It is undeniable at this point. Ronin has been the most obvious play of 2023, a crypto gaming behemoth. Today, I wanted to go ahead and chat about how in the world did Axie Infinity's developers, Sky Mavis, do this? Because not only have they gone ahead and created one of the most successful projects in the entire crypto gaming space and the best performer on our top 10 crypto gaming portfolio with over 400% gains, they've done this while providing good quality product and, for the first time in history, having 2 tokens under the top 100 cryptocurrency coins. If you enjoy this kind of content, as always, like and subscribe. We bring you daily updates on the cryptocurrency gaming space specifically. So if that's something you're into, like and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So this is a fun fact here. Ronin Network is on EVM, and for a lot of people, EVM is some weird ancient term, and if you're new to crypto, it's perfectly fine. I'll explain it for you. EVM stands for Ethereum Virtual Machine, and for a lot of people that are not technical, all you need to do is throw away the VM part and just focus on the Ethereum part. They're building on what Ethereum is building as well, and for a lot of people, they're starting to think that maybe Ethereum is a dinosaur, that perhaps it's time for Solana and Avalanche to take the reins. Well, you know what? Ronin has decided to stand in solidarity with Ethereum and stay there, building out Ronin. And they're officially changing their prefixes from 0x instead of Ronin. A pure aesthetic change to go ahead and join the race with the 0x fam, which, by the way, I don't know if people knew, but my Twitter also has a 0x right there, if anybody has ever checked that. But I know what you're saying. That's not even that important of a thing. It's just a cosmetic thing. However, they're now supporting Ethereum, and they're going to be listed on Coinbase. Does Coinbase want the Ronin effect? Because there was this thing called this Coinbase effect back in the day. And if you look at users, there is no competition. Ethereum is getting beat by Ronin. I know this is crazy to see. But when it comes to crypto gaming, the easiest task for any blockchain in terms of throughput has to be putting a crypto game on there. Every single interaction could be seen as a transaction on a blockchain. And Ronin has shown that they do a lot of transactions. In fact, if you look at the transactions between Ethereum against Ronin, Ronin has officially, as of January 2024, begun doing more transactions every single day, consistently until the end of this month, right? More transactions than Ethereum. You heard that right. Ronin, a blockchain that currently has an $800 million market cap, is doing more transactions than Ethereum. That's wild to me. That is crazy details there. That Ronin, an EVM chain, could be doing more transactions than the granddaddy Ethereum. It just goes to show how strong crypto gaming is. But before I get deeper into the Ronin network and everything in between, I do have to disclose that the sponsor for this video is Bigga Arcade, and it would never be possible without sponsors, so I love when they go ahead and reach out. Bigga Arcade is a platform that offers various services. They go ahead, offer different games that people can go ahead and play. Their unique aspect being their leaderboard system. You could go ahead and wage to try to beat the person that owns a specific level. Perhaps you could do it even better and get a higher score than them. And then anybody that tries to beat you, they also spend. This is the whole risk to earn element that Bigga Arcade is doing. They go ahead, spend. If they beat you, then they begin to get the owner revenue. If they lose, then you, the person that has the level and won, you get all of the rewards. So Bigga Arcade is doing some pretty awesome stuff. They have a ton of creator activations that they are currently doing. In fact, Orangey recently hosted a tournament to do Bigga Arcade stuff and prizes, tons of prizes. If you're into the airdrop meta, then you're going to be into Bigga Arcade as well, because for people playing this, they will be eligible for an airdrop. So get yourself a little bit of that Bigga Arcade. Follow them on Twitter at Bigga Arcade. Thank you for sponsoring this video, and let's get back into it. So here is a big piece of news here. An Axie recently sold for $250,000. $250,000, and we ain't even back into the bull market. I don't even know if people knew this, but Bitcoin's only at $40,000, and it actually just sold for $250,000. His name is like Droneo or something like that. He's an Axie Genesis, which is one of the rarest Axies in the entire ecosystem. In fact, so rare that they are a top 3 Axie, a one-of-one Axie. Why? Well, it's because of this little shell here. It's got like a little celestial feel to it, an entire lore surrounding it. Beautiful Axie Genesis selling for $250,000. And that just goes to show that even to this day, there is still a lot of interest in Axie Infinity. And a fun fact, by the way, if you were into the narrative that SLP is dead and there's no reason to play Axie Infinity anymore because it's dumb, for one, if you're a skilled player, if you're into esports, then you still can earn on Axie Infinity. Is SLP going to give you the gains it did back then for the average person? No, we were right in calling that out, obviously. However, Axie has finally done it. They've essentially made SLP deflationary at times. They have this ebb and flow model where they're doing SLP burns with avatars, charms, bunch of things there. And to be honest with you, it's quite genius. So I think that Axie Infinity as an IP is extremely strong. It's not something that has weakened by any measure of the imagination. In terms of Axie IP games, there's stuff like Homeland, which Homeland wasn't the best thing in the world. Project T, which is, experimental. There's Culinary Wars. There's Tiny Drift. And there's a couple other games that I'm sure, off the top of my head, I can't mention. Axie Doll being one of them. So shout out to Axie Doll if you're listening. Axie Champions as well. Tons of games coming out on the Ronin ecosystem that are Axie IP related. However, there's a couple that maybe aren't Axie IP related. One of them being Aperion, which is officially, as of a week ago-ish, they're the first game that has ever launched on the Mavis Hub. The Mavis Hub is where Axie breeds itself. And they showed a 60% increase in the amount of daily active users, people playing the game, on the first day of launch. So yes, there is a Ronin effect that happens when people play on the Ronin network and showcase their games there. There's a literal increase in DAU just being associated with the Ronin network. And maybe you're not convinced and you think that maybe it's just not that important. Well, I actually went ahead and I spoke to Battle Bears over a year ago, because if people didn't know, back in the day, I used to cover a different cryptocurrency. It was, degen times, the whole Luna catastrophe. And Battle Bears was looking for a blockchain. And they were going off and saying, I don't know, maybe we'll go here, maybe we'll go there. And they ended up deciding to build on the Ronin network. And let me tell you, when I chatted with Battle Bears, they were more than ecstatic to say that they were associated with the Ronin network. It's not like this is just a network where people go ahead and say, oh, this is the chain agnostic future that I don't really care about what blockchain I build in. When you build on the Ronin network, you want to say that you're building there because it's a big, big plus to be building on the Ronin network right now because of the amount of people that are playing on it right now. I mean, even Pixels Online has over 180,000 people playing that game every single day, which is an absurd amount. They have big backers like Google currently running a Ronin network validator announced later, January 24th, 2024. Massive news for the Ronin network. And even crazier, this is one that just came out, breaking news. Mavia is looking into the Ronin network as their home chain. It's not confirmed. However, if you look into this, Wayne here, a viralist at Mavia, has gone ahead and said that Ronin Network is a top 3 choice. Listen.
No, 100%. Ronin is in the top 3. In the top 3 selections that we picked, Ronin is definitely in the top 3.
Let's go.
There you go. Ronin is in the top 3. Now, does it mean that they're going to build on there? I don't know. Are they engagement farming? They could be. However, Mavia is top 50 in the US right now for strategy games, and they're absolutely killing it right now. So if there's any place that would make a ton of sense, I would say Mavia, considering their NFTs right now are on Ethereum, if they're going to be on a chain, Ronin makes a heck of a lot of sense. And that's going to be the story behind all this, right? Ronin isn't just a blockchain. It's like the hub for crypto gaming right now. There's a ton of benefits for building on the Ronin network. We're not even talking about gas fees and Katana as a decentralized exchange and how awesome that is. I'm just trying to keep it simple here and just show you why people are so excited for the Ronin network, because there's a lot of hype surrounding it, and it's something that we're probably going to continue to cover. And that's going to be essentially it. If you enjoy this kind of content, as always, like and subscribe. We currently have our newsletter, which just came out. If you want to subscribe to our newsletter, go to the link in the description. Legion is coming very soon, and you're probably going to want to know about that, and I'll give you details when that comes out. But until the next time, stay classy. Thank you for watching this video, and that's all.